Assalamu alaikum, dear students. We will continue with chapter 1, feeding relationship, and today's subtopic is animal population and food chain. We are going to study food chain again in this session. Now, let's begin. What is animal population? Yes, population is nothing but number of a particular species living in a particular region. For example, there's a banyan tree and there are 5 crow nests on that banyan tree, and number of crows living in that 5 nest is 10. So the population of crow on that banyan tree is 10. And on the same banyan tree, if there are 12 sparrows living, so the population of sparrow on that banyan tree, on that region, on that particular area is 12. So population is nothing but total number of of a particular species in a particular area or region. So we'll see the definition of population: growth of group of individuals from the same species that live in the same area at the same time is called as population. Yes, now we will see what limits the population growth. Why the population growth in some region is high and in some region it's very low. In some areas or some region, number of animals present number of animals that live there is more, whereas in other region number of animals that live is less few animals live there. So the first reason for this is availability of food, whether food is available or no. So in an area where food is available in abundance, the population of animal will be more in such an area. If in a region where food is not available easily, the population of animal in such an area will be less because food is not available. Food is the basic need of life, so food is very important for survival. So animals will not be seen in such an area where food is not available for their survival. Second is weather. Regions where weather is suitable for a particular species, you will find that particular species more in that region. For example, let's take polar region. Okay, it is snowy in the polar region. So which animals found in the polar region? You will find animals with thick furry coat on their body, animals that can survive in extreme cold weathers will be found in that region, like polar bears. Can you all find any other animal over there like lions and tigers? No, because lions and tigers cannot survive in polar region. So weather condition is another reason to limit population growth. Now let's consider it vice versa. Polar bear. Can a polar bear survive in grassland? No, because grasslands are wetty, they are moist and warm. So polar bear cannot survive in grassland. whereas lions and tigers can survive in grassland because the weather condition for their survival is suitable. Then the third, same as weather, the third reason is environment. Environment is also nothing but somewhere related to weather conditions of a particular region. For example, few animal species require shade, whereas few animal species require sunny regions to for their survival. Like for example, earthworms. Earthworms, they dwell or they live under the earth, under the surface of the earth, in the soil. Now these earthworms, they cannot survive. They require moist and cold regions or cold areas, cold places to survive. So these earthworms cannot survive in hot sunny areas. So there are three reasons to limit population growth. First is availability of food, second is weather, and third is environment. Now let's come back to food chain. In the last session we already studied food chain and what are producers and consumers. We will revise what are producers and consumers. Producers are the organisms that produce their own food, like example plants and seaweeds, algae. Consumers are the consumers are organisms which depends on producers for their food, which depends on each other for their food. Now there are different types of consumer: primary consumer, secondary consumer, tertiary consumer, and quaternary consumer. And then there are apex predators. Then decomposers. Decomposers are microorganisms that help in decaying or breaking down the dead matter of other animals. Different food webs. Food web is nothing but network of more than two chains, food chains together. So there are different types of food web: soil food web, aquatic food web, forest food web found in forest, grassland, terrestrial, and aquatic ecosystem. Now we will study different types of food web in detail later on. So there's a food chain over here. Example of food chain: sun, then there's grass, then there's grasshopper, frog, snake, and there's an eagle. Which organism is producer over here? It is grass, because grass is preparing its own food with the help of sunlight by the process of photosynthesis. Then grasshopper is eating grass, so grasshopper is primary consumer. Then frog is eating grasshopper, so frog is secondary consumer. Snake is eaten Frog is eaten by the snake, so snake is tertiary consumer. And last, eagle is eating the snake, or snake is eaten by the eagle, so eagle is quaternary consumer, or the apex predator, or the apex eagle is will also be called as apex predator at the top of the food chain. So children, this is just a revision of what we studied in the last session. We are revising food chain. Now To conclude this topic, we will find the answer of few questions. A predator is an animal that hunts other animals for food, and a prey is an animal that is hunted and eaten by other animal for food. So there are few questions given below. We'll identify predator and prey for each question. So the question is identify the predator and prey for each scenario below. Let's see the first one. A snapping turtle in a pond eats a small perch. A snapping turtle in a pond eats a small perch. So who's the predator over here? Who is eating? Turtle, snapping turtle. And turtle is eating what? A perch. So perch is prey over here because turtle is eating and perch is being eaten by the turtle. Second one. A shrew is eaten by a barn owl. So which animal is being eaten over here? Shrew. So shrew will be prey. And which animal is eating the shrew? Barn owl. So barn owl will be the predator. Answers are already written. You all can check the answers. Third one. A seagull lands near an alligator and the alligator eats it. OMG. So, which animal is predator over here? Definitely alligator. And who is prey over here? Seagull. Fourth one. A grey wolf hunts and eats a rabbit. A grey wolf is hunting and eating a rabbit. So, which animal is hunting? Grey wolf. And which animal is being hunted over here? A rabbit. So a grey wolf is predator and rabbit will be prey in the food in the above scenario. Next one, fifth one. A blue whale swallows krill. Now a blue whale. Tell me whether it is an terrestrial food chain or an aquatic food chain. Blue whale. Where do we find blue whale? In water, in ocean. So it is an aquatic food chain. It is an aquatic scenario. So blue whale swallows krill. So predator over here is blue whale because blue whale is eating another animal. And krill is prey because krill is being eaten by blue whale. Next, sixth one. A penguin is captured and eaten by a leopard seal. A penguin is captured. First, a penguin is captured and then eaten by a leopard seal. So, is a penguin eating leopard seal? No. Leopard seal is eating the penguin. So, leopard seal will be predator. And penguin is being eaten by the leopard seal. So, penguin is prey. Last one. A robin pulls an earthworm from the lawn and eats it. Robin is a bird, not a boy. Yes, robin is a bird. A robin pulls an earthworm from the lawn and eats it. So, who's the predator over here? Definitely robin. And prey is earthworm because earthworm is being eaten by robin in the above scenario. So now I think you all must know how to identify a predator and a prey in the food chains. That's all for the today's session, children. Thank you.